Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. You came at a perfect day, you came at a great day, because anytime I upload a new video, it's a great day. You know, I've been busy, even though I've been so extremely busy to the point where I have not been able to upload a video. But alas, anytime a video's on here, a new video's on here, it's a good day. Anyway, today's video is actually an album review, so it's the third album review of the year. Come on, people. We were stuck in our homes for months. Y'all couldn't whip out albums. Taylor whipped out like 3 albums within the span of one lockdown. Let's get better, people. Let's release more records. I want to review more stuff. Anyway, today's album review is of Billie Eilish's sophomore record, Happier Than Ever. I wrote down a lot of thoughts, a lot of opinions, which I left in my bedroom. I'm about to go get them. Give me one moment. Alright, I got my notes right here on my phone, because that's usually where I write everything. So anyways, I've got a lot of thoughts. I've got a lot of opinions on Billie's new record. There's a lot to get through. I wrote down a lot of notes, and I am not going to say anything. I'm just going to hold it off until I say it in the review, but there's a lot to talk about with this record. It's her second record, so if you want to know my thoughts, my opinions, my standout songs, and my overall rating for this record, then keep on watching. Looking back at Billie's debut album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? That record in itself was its own mood. I don't know if you get where I'm coming from. That record was its own mood. It was its own dark, creepy, mysterious world. And it was a pretty moody and dark record. And I think she was 17 at the time. 16, 17 at the time she released that record. So obviously a lot of how she feels in life and a lot of the experiences that she's gone through in life thus far from then until now varied completely. Plus, with her debut album, she was just up and coming into the scene. She was just a brand new artist in the industry. Not many people knew much about her like they do now. So it was an incredible introductory to the music industry for her. I will say that record was a good way for her to present herself to people who probably didn't know much about her. Plus, she released Bad Guy in that record, which ultimately has become one of her biggest hits of her entire career thus far. However, now to present day with Happier Than Ever. This record is a force to be reckoned with. That's the best way to put it. This record is just all in all the essence of who Billie Eilish is at age 19. It is a stellar body of work. It is something that prevails a growth and prevails a sense of maturity throughout the entire record. I mean, there is a huge prevalent growth and sense of maturity that transcends throughout the entire record. This record doesn't feel like it's the debut album B-sides. It doesn't feel like she's trying to do the same thing she did with her first record. And that's a key thing for a successful artist. A successful artist never does the same thing more than once, because if they do, it gets repetitive and it doesn't get original, and at some point it gets to a point where the audience is bored and where people no longer want to see them or hear them. And the beauty of Billie Eilish, between the debut EP, the debut album, and this record, is that all 3 of them, it's as if all 3 of them were in their own separate worlds. The debut EP doesn't sound like the debut album. The debut album doesn't sound like the second album. They all have their own different worlds, and the beauty of it is that those records are almost like a time capsule of her life at that time. And that's how I feel about Happier Than Ever. It feels very autobiographical. It feels... The best way to describe this record is that it feels like a friend telling me about their experiences with fame, with money, with power, with growth, with notoriety, with finding success in music. That's what this record feels like. It feels like a friend telling me all about their crazy stories of having fame, of finding success, of being able to tour the world, of being able to do so many incredible things, of winning so many Grammys. And this record is a beautiful and stunning story from start to finish. For the most part, this record talks about life in the limelight and all of the trials and tribulations that come with finding fame, with finding success, and a lot of the changes that happen not only externally but internally. And I think a lot of those changes are very prevalent in the song NDA and Therefore I Am. I think within those 2 songs, they complement each other very well in the sense that they almost address the same narrative of being in the limelight and having somebody to be with, but you don't necessarily want them to just go out and tell the whole world that they were with you or that they slept with you. And it's very unique, her approach to fame in the record, and it's very unique, her approach to being encountered with people who only want you for your success, who only want you because they like the thought of being with you, or they like this idea that they can tell their friends that they were with you or that they slept with you. It's a very unique take on music, and I really appreciated that a lot. And this record, it explores fame, it explores sex, sexuality, the public scrutiny, and abuse in a way that only Billie can. And again, there's another characteristic that makes an artist so successful: when there's an essence to the artist, when there's an essence to the way they write, to the way they sing, and to the way that their music sounds. When you can find a unique formula for yourself as an artist, that's when you know that you can find success at any moment and at any time. When you can not only transform yourself with every body of work, but you can also create that body of work in a way that feels authentic and that feels unique. A lot of this record feels very authentic and very unique. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like she's trying to have success with this record. It doesn't feel like she's wanting people to like it. It almost feels like she's experimenting with a lot of different sounds, with vocal arrangements, with musical arrangements, but at the same time it stays true to the essence of who Billie Eilish is. And I think that's the makings of an incredible body of work, in my opinion. And dare I say, it is a 2022 Grammys contender. I see this record being nominated for Album of the Year. I see either Therefore I Am or Happier Than Ever be nominated for Song of the Year and Record of the Year. I see this album being nominated for Best Pop Vocal Album. I see this record sweeping the Grammys next year. That is of course, if Adele doesn't come out with a record, then I don't see this one storming. But for now, right here, right now, I see this record sweeping the Grammys next year. In my opinion, this is her best work yet, and a grand departure from the debut album. And this is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you go from your debut album that is just phenomenally successful and create a second record that has the potential to be 10 times more successful than the first record. And it already has a level, and it already has 90 out of 100 on Metacritic from all of the critics that have been talking about this record, which is insane. It's insane and it's crazy. And some of the standout songs for me are Oxytocin, Billy Bossa Nova, NDA, and Happier Than Ever. Let me tell you, when I heard Happier Than Ever, the song, oh my goodness, I was left in shock. I did not expect that entire, not even 360, that 720 turn from the song, from where it originally started to how it ended. And personally, this is my own personal opinion, I feel like Happier Than Ever would have been an incredible closing track. I feel like with the track listing, most of the track listing is really good. However, I would have preferred if Male Fantasy was the penultimate song and Happier Than Ever was the last song on the record, because that just would have been a complete ending with a bang. That would have actually been an ending with a twist and with a bang, and would have been even more glorious, even more incredible and fascinating. But aside from that, the record is incredible in its track listing. The record is incredible in the story it tells. The story doesn't feel forced. The story doesn't feel rushed. It feels like you're going through the story at a good pace, and like you're digesting everything she's trying to convey with the songs, the story she's trying to tell. It feels easily digestible, which is a great thing to know, and that is why I give this record the overall rating of 9 out of 10. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this record. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think of it? Do you have some songs that you like? Do you have some lyrics that you like? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and comment down below again your thoughts and opinions, and subscribe if you're new. I'd love to see you back here. August is going to be a crazy month for us, so get ready, buckle in, fasten your seatbelts, because there's a lot to do in August, and I will see you next time for another video. Goodbye!